kid,
Huh?
do you want some bonfire aesthetic?
Oh, bonfire aesthetics, you say?
Great. Then follow me into this spooky dark cave. Alone.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Come on. I'll give you climax.
Ah, gee, man!
No. It's a spell.
Oh, okay. What kind of spell is it?
It's a hex.
Oh, no! Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! We don't want your kind
It's
here!
a legitimate spell.
Get out of here!
Cast off.
Get out of here! We don't need no
I'll
hexes here!
torture
Get
you
out of
better.
here!
Come on.
Hello! In this guide, I'm going to teach you everything there is to know about the Dark Souls 2 Covenant, Pilgrims of the Dark. To join this covenant, players must find and talk to the black tar heroin addicted Gandalf in a wheelchair, who appears in 3 separate locations. His actual name is Dark Diver Grandal. The locations are the Shaded Ruins, accessed by falling through a small boarded up hole in the ground. Black Gulch, by dropping off a cliff and opening this door using the Forgotten Key. The Forgotten Key can be found by dropping even further down the cliff, be careful, and killing all the giants within the cave. The number of giants present will depend on what game cycle you're on. And finally, the third location is in Drangleic Castle, found by opening the far left Soul Door in the Soul Door room, full of statues and ruined sentinels. This Soul Door in the far left has a broken floor behind it. Step on the broken floor, you'll fall through to the location. There's a bonfire there, it's fairly convenient. There's also an enemy hiding in the corner in Scholar of the First Sin edition, non-vanilla. Be careful, he can really mess you up if you don't see him. The first of the locations you visit will be where Dark Diver Grandal appears. If you discover him in one of these locations, he will stay there until you talk to him, allowing him to move to another of the 3 locations, unless I'm going bonkers and just made that up. If for some reason he did not appear in a location, check the other 2 locations and talk to him there, exhaust his dialogue to allow him to move on. This might be is this a discrepancy between Vanilla and Scholar of the First Sin? Perhaps in Vanilla he doesn't move around, but in Scholar of First Sin edition, I'm sure he moves around even if you didn't talk to him. It doesn't matter in the end. If you can't find him in one location, just go to the other ones and talk to him. I think I might be going bonkers. After talking to him in all 3 locations, he will allow you to join the Covenant. He also serves as a vendor for some items and spells related to hexes and this covenant. By joining the covenant, you gain access to the Abyss Seal Ring, which increases the power of hexes by 7.5%. You do not need to wear this ring at all for the covenant or to access covenant features. You do not need to be within the covenant to wear the ring. You can now enter the Dark Chasm of Old, but only while in this covenant. The Dark Chasm of Old is a special challenge area, divided into 3 parts. For each location, you meet Dark Diver Grandal, the black tar heroin addicted wheelchair Gandalf guy. The first location you enter the Dark Chasm of Old from, decided by the order you talk to Grandal in, allows you to enter for free, but the next 2 areas will demand a 1 human effigy entry fee. Once inside, you must locate and light the beacon, kill all the enemies, this includes invaders, and then exit the cave by a designated hole in the ground. Do not teleport out. That will not be considered a completion, and you will need to do it over again. I'll get to the invasions again later, as they are unique. After clearing one of the dark chasms, talk to Dark Diver Grandal, and you'll go up to rank 1 in the Covenant, awarding you the Hex Resonant Soul. To get to rank 2, clear the other 2 remaining dark chasms, and Grandal will reward you with the Hex Great Resonant Soul. However, After you finish the final Dark Chasm, you will find yourself fighting the boss, Dark Lurker. This sorcery spamming boss is surprisingly praised as an introduction to PvP, and killing it will grant you rank 3 in the Covenant, for which Grandal will give you the promised hex, Climax, a very powerful and costly hex. The spell uses all of the souls in your inventory, but the power maxes out at only 5,000 souls. He'll also give you the Xanthos set and Dragon Chime. Additionally, you now have free access to the Dark Chasm while in the Covenant until the next new game cycle. Please note, some bugs have occurred with players leaving the Covenant and then rejoining, but being unable to rank up. It is safest to rank up this Covenant completely before leaving or joining another. Now, I briefly mentioned invading in the Dark Chasms of Old, and now I will expand on it. You can only invade in the Dark Chasm while in the Covenant, and you must use the cracked red eye orb or the red soapstone while in the Dark Chasm. You must be in the Dark Chasm to invade in the Dark Chasm. The cracked red eye orb will search all 3 areas of the Dark Chasm of Old. The invader will appear as an abyss spirit, with the objective being to kill any player present. It could be the host or another invader. Once the invader has killed a player, they will be rewarded a human effigy and a bonfire setting. If the host kills an invader, the host will receive the rewards instead. The white sign soapstone cannot be used in the Dark Chasm of Old. Scrub, there are no friendly player slots available, only invader slots. All slots are invader slots, Vanilla and Scholar of the First Sin edition. The difference being that Scholar of the First Sin version allows up to 5 invaders at once instead of 3. I think it's 3 in Vanilla. It's a free-for-all, with invaders being hostile to the host, other invaders, and the area enemies. Red signs also spawn the player as an abyss spirit, but from where the sign was placed instead of a random location which an invasion would provide. Other fun tidbits about this Covenant. Invading in the Dark Chasm of Old does not give sin. Remember that? Dark Souls 2 does have a sin counter. The Abyss spirits count as enemies, preventing the host from clearing the area until they are removed from the world. Auras achieved from the Brotherhood of Blood and Blue Sentinel Covenants will appear on the Abyss spirits. You will show that aura when you invade in the Dark Chasm of Old, even though you won't currently be in one of those covenants that provided the aura. Abyss spirits can use Estus and other items normally reserved for the host. There is no timer on Abyss spirits, and there is no cooldown time between invasions. However, I've never been invaded in the Dark Chasm of Old. Ever. So I don't think you have to worry too much about being invaded too often. Now, the wiki claims that if you enter the Dark Chasm of Old while wearing Black Dragon armor and wielding a Black Dragon weapon, you will take the appearance of a dragon spirit. I could not get this to work. I even farmed hours to get a Black Dragon weapon, and I just could not get it to work in any way. I don't want to discount it entirely and say that the wiki's wrong, but what I am saying is I personally could not replicate this result, and I have never seen evidence for it either. Before I end this video, let me make sure you are aware of some bugs in the Covenant according to the Dark Souls 2 wiki and how to avoid them. One is that leaving this Covenant before fully leveling it up can cause you to be unable to achieve max rank. I believe the problem lies in leaving the Covenant after completing 2 of the 3 areas, as leaving Covenants in Dark Souls 2 will eliminate progress towards the next rank. Thus, you cannot get to rank 2 as it will have forgotten one of the 2 areas needed to get to rank 2. To avoid this bug, don't leave the Covenant between ranks. Just complete it all in one go. The wiki also mentions a bug wherein players are unable to get to rank 3 after killing Dark Lurker. If this happens, check each area and make sure that all beacons are lit. And don't forget to exit by the government designated hole. The final bug the wiki mentions is that lighting the beacon, then teleporting out, is not considered an area completion. This is not a bug, you nitwit, but a failure to complete the area. You must kill all the enemies, light the beacon, and exit by the designated door to your ex's heart to complete the area. Failure to do any of those things will not result in a completion. This is not a bug, this is a failure on the player's part. Alright, well, I think that covers it. I made a guide for this covenant years ago, but its quality was horrible, and I missed a good deal of information. This guide was made more recently using the official guide by Future Press, the Dark Souls 2 wiki, and my own experience in both Vanilla and Scholar of the First Sin editions, filtered by my forgetful, fallible mind. Player experience may vary. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, God bless.